We've recently covered the summary of the book 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson, which gives the way of life in a chaotic world. Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life is by the same author. The book contains the secrets that help you embrace chaos while avoiding rigidity in turbulent times. According to Peterson, too much chaos is overwhelming, but too much order isn't desirable either. Instead, the key to a successful life lies in moving beyond order. Peterson wrote and edited this book during the COVID-19 pandemic, so it perfectly depicts the message he wanted to convey. Before going through the 12 rules, make sure to subscribe to Video Monks by clicking the bell icon below. And now, let's begin. Rule 1. Balance social convention and creative change. This rule revolves around balance. When social lives are balanced with a person's mental health and subpersonalities, it helps organize thoughts and structure our world. It also helps maintain your sanity without losing your sense of self. Rule 2. Keep moving toward your ideal self. We do not remain the same person today that we were yesterday. This constant change leads to confusion about finding who you are. And yet, the power remains with you to uncover your ideal self. For that, you must identify your objectives and move toward those aspirations. Peterson further focuses on the fact that it's okay to deviate from one path you set if you uncover a better option. The transformation will occur as long as the journey is productive and disciplined. Rule 3. Don't avoid small issues. Small things add up to become mountains. It can go up to a point where you snap. The rule to a meaningful life is to regard every issue and resolve it ASAP. For example, if you feel lonely and isolated but keep carrying on with your daily routine, the emotions can mount to form depression. That's why it's best to address how you feel and find the root cause. Even if you fail to find the cause, you'll learn from the experience. Rule 4. Opportunities lie where responsibility has been abdicated. Peterson believes that happiness doesn't come without responsibilities. You'll find your purpose as long as you have a meaningful goal and pursue it effectively. The best example is doing things at your workplace that others haven't. Stop doing what you shouldn't. Instead, focus on those parts that move you toward your highest possible self. If it's challenging, so be it. Rule 5. Don't betray your values and conscience. Productive work motivates us, while pointless things fuel anger and disappointment. You must never compromise your values and listen to your conscience. If you fail to take action, you'll eventually lose your passion, commitment, and self-respect. Peterson recommends taking an early stand for things you firmly believe in and trusting your judgment above everything else. Rule 6. Cast ideologies aside. Ideologies tend to oversimplify complex things, but the reality isn't that simple. For example, capitalism is blamed for several economic and social ills. The solution was thought to be communism, but this theory resulted in disasters wherever applied. In reality, poverty or poor people is not synonymous with a lack of money. Instead, several factors such as the lack of education, drug abuse, etc. contribute to it. That's why Rule 6 tells you to abandon ideologies and take responsibility for the situation by looking inward. Loving the video? Show some love by subscribing to our channel now. Moving forward is rule number 7. Rule 7. To develop yourself, commit to something. Growth and maturation depend on how committed you are to your goal. Without a clear goal, you might get pulled in all directions. A fine example of this is the formation of diamonds. When coal undergoes intense heat and pressure, diamonds come into being. Similarly, you become a true master when you master the art of handling challenging situations and coming out of them unscathed. Rule 8. Create something beautiful. As adults, we're bound to see the world through selfish lenses, extracting what we need and leaving beauty and richness behind. But beauty, in its transcendent form, can help you draw strength in challenging times. How? It creates pleasures without causing harm. It reminds us of what we've lost. It helps us appreciate life. In essence, art is crucial for collective human wisdom. So this rule tells you to create something beautiful, even if it's a single room you decorate at home. Rule 9. Clear up unresolved issues from the past. Think of your life as a map that reflects where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. Unresolved past issues can affect your map's accuracy in your ongoing journey. The best way to resolve issues is to address them. If writing feels cathartic, do it. If talking to a loved one about past trauma does it for you, then be it. The key is to come to terms with what happened and transform chaos into order. Rule 10. Sustain romance with planning and effort. A perfect soulmate is a sham. Even a blooming romance requires proper planning and real work. So you must create your soulmate instead of living in fool's paradise for the ideal match to find you. Proper planning includes working out issues like who will pay for what, who handles the main chores, who will discipline kids, and how. Domestic trivialities can hurt romance, so sort them out first. Rule 11. Don't succumb to resentment, deceit, or arrogance. These three aspects emerge from pain, shame, or grief. It's easier to descend to darkness when we feel unappreciated. The ability to master your darkness is the greatest achievement of all. Rule 12. Stay grateful in spite of your suffering. As a human, you're bound to suffer. But despite all the sufferings, staying hopeful can keep you floating above the water. Because the presence of suffering is what gives us a chance to appreciate life and its possibilities. Follow these 12 rules for life to emerge above the chaos and move beyond order. Because chaos and order are two sides of the coin. They coexist without one being better than the other. The key is to maintain the right balance. Tell us your thoughts about the book and how you manage challenging situations. Don't forget to subscribe to Video Monks to get notifications about the latest videos and reels we upload.